All right, here we are. There we are.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
everybody.
I have missed you so much, mostly you.
Oh
too.
my goodness. Well, here we are, and Carl, it looks like we have Jude, Audrey, and Max,
Hey guys, how's it going?
and we have Matthew is on.
Hey, Matthew.
And I also know that Brandy and Kylie are watching all the way up from in Black Duck, Minnesota.
Does that still have snow up there?
I don't know. Guys, can you type on the live chat and let us know if there's still some snow up in Black Duck?
As a camel, I don't really appreciate snow, but actually, I should let you know that I have a very, 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 very good friend besides Brandy and
Kylie.
Kylie
Yes.
up there. They're newer friends, you know. But
Yeah.
I have a very good friend who's lived up there for a very long time.
Okay, what's their name?
His name is Chris.
Chris. Okay.
He is a donkey that lives at a camp up there.
I actually also know Chris.
The
So
poor guy, he's been in self-isolation for so long. He's probably going crazy right now.
yes.
Could somebody please hook him up to the inner tubes so he can see me?
Yeah, I am guessing. Chris has really got this quarantine stuff down. Hey, shout out to the Bemidji Bjornroods, and that would be Evie,
Hey
Andy,
guys,
and
how's it
Luce.
going?
Hi guys.
So there's Evie and Andy and there's Lewis. I think that's
Yep.
the last one, right?
Yeah, how'd you know that?
You just said it.
Okay. I didn't know if you were listening because you were talking as I was. Okay, we've got not much snow left in Bemidji.
Well, that's good.
So
Well, then maybe I'll go up there for a visit sometime.
I think that would be a very good idea.
Chris misses me so terribly.
He does. He does. I'm sure
I'll bring
he
him
does.
some candy.
So guys, I have been hanging out with Carl this week. It's
No,
been
you haven't.
really
Stay at home. I have been self-isolating to
okay.
slow the spread,
Okay.
which you should too.
Okay. Well, yeah, here we are.
This is essential.
Yes, it is essential. I agree. Okay. Brandy and Kylie say yes, they have a little snow, and it was actually snowing a little bit today earlier. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And it's April.
Yep. Oh, guess what? My friend Naomi is here. Can you?
Hi, Naomi.
This is Carl.
How's it going?
I think she watched last week too.
Of
So.
course we did. All the cool kids did.
Yeah.
Some of us cool kids didn't, but all the cool kids did.
Okay. Good. So, do you guys think I'm going to be able to keep up with Carl this week? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Still a rookie.
Yeah. In fact, I just now remembered to look at the camera and not the screen. So, there we have it. Who else do we have? It
If
says
you
here-
wore sunglasses, no one would know where you were looking.
I know, that's a very good strategy.
Right now I'm peering into their souls and they can't even tell.
So, last week, we found out, well, we thought that Carl claimed to have multiple stomachs.
Yep.
And we did, in fact, find out that camels do have 4 stomachs. So,
This is why I am so hungry.
yeah. So, Carl, what's your favorite Easter candy?
Well, one time it was a piece, but I ate too many of those and got really sick. And it went from one stomach to the other, and I'm just gonna stop there.
Okay.
But it was not good.
Yeah.
So right now, anything chocolate is really, really yummy.
Mm-hmm.
I used to really like the Cadbury eggs too, but I ate too many of those once.
Yeah, you don't want to eat too many of anything
Yes.
at Easter time.
I
Okay.
really like the chocolate bunnies,
Oh.
especially the ones that are not hollow. Those are so fraudulent. You think you're getting a great big hunk of chocolate, and you bite in it and it goes all over the place, and there's really nothing there. I do not like paying for air.
Okay.
That is criminal.
Producer
Parents,
Maisie.
parents who are watching,
Do you,
please make sure that any Easter bunnies that come into your premises are solid.
okay.
Do not lie to your children.
Rage against hollow Easter bunnies. Okay, I
The more you
understand.
know.
And don't just eat the ears either. That is no.
That-
I can't do that.
yeah.
Okay, we've got a couple more friends here. We've got Owen and Paige,
Hello, Owen and Paige. How you doing?
and we've got the Berkland kids are here.
Hello, Berklanders.
And Brinley and Ari are here.
Hello, Brinley and Ari. How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
This
hi,
is fun.
Sonia. I forgot to say hey to
Well,
you.
hi, Carl.
I mean, I said hi earlier, but now that we're on camera, we're supposed to act like we just saw each other for the
Right.
first time.
Hey, Carl. How's it going? All right. I want to keep giving shout outs, so let me
Your
know.
eyes are sparkling.
Thank you. We have Reagan and Steven. Oh, hi, Mason
Hey,
and
guys.
Mason. That must be Mason's siblings.
Hey, how's it going?
Yay. Hi, guys. I'm so glad you're watching.
Welcome to my show.
Yes. Wait.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Okay, I will say Carl did talk me into doing this and may
You're
have,
very
put
persuasive.
some, may have put some pressure on me since I don't really like to be in front of people.
I said I'll be beside you all the way.
I didn't know though that you were going to claim that it's your show, so.
Your words, not mine.
Okay. All right, we've got Isaac and brother are here.
Hey, Isaac and brother.
Brother
That's
Caleb.
Oh, brother Caleb. I thought brother was his name. I
Yeah.
once had a cat named Brother.
Really?
Yep. Here, brother. Come here, brother. Brother, you like to sleep on my lap.
Aw.
I had to get rid of him
Okay.
because I'm allergic.
You're allergic to cats?
Yes, I was allergic to brother, so that got awkward.
Just brother. Oh dear.
Brother the
Okay.
cat.
Yes, okay. Question, anybody, and we've got about a 15-second delay, so we figured that out. What have you guys been up to this week? If you want to type in, we'll give a couple examples of what you guys have been doing. I know a lot of you guys have been working on schoolwork and have a lot to do, so that's taking a lot of getting used to for some of us. But what else have you guys been doing besides schoolwork? Carl, what else have you been doing this week?
Well, I read War and Peace.
Okay. He's
Just
been-
the title.
but-
Have you seen that book? It's huge.
yeah. Yeah.
I read the title and I fell asleep.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Is that something you do often, is just read the titles of books?
Sometimes if it's really sick.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. What's your favorite book?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I really like Dr. Seuss.
Oh, I do too.
Yes. He's
Um,
very deep.
He is deep. It's true. Okay, let's see what people are. Okay, we've got schoolwork happening, home. Oh, Naomi has been making cards for people.
Naomi, that's wonderful.
Yes, I love that.
Do you know my address?
Oh, Carl wants a card. Okay.
That would be sweet.
That would be nice. Okay, it looks like Jude and Audrey and Max have been getting the garden ready to
Ooh,
plant.
what are you planting?
Yeah. Let's see, and we've got, oh, Maddie and Brooke say hi.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Oh my goodness, you're going to be so jealous.
What?
Owen and Paige have been jumping on the trampoline.
I
So,
love trampolines. But they make 3 of my 4 stomachs feel a little weird.
yeah, I'm sure. And the Bemidji Bjorn Roods have been home.
Just
They,
home?
they just say they've been home.
Just
So
home?
that's good. Oh, and playing outside.
Ooh, that
Oh, I
sounds
saw
fun.
one more playing outside. Let's see. Isaac has been torching Logan. I don't know what that
I
means.
think he means torturing.
Oh, torturing Logan.
Yes. That's what little
Wonder-
brothers do.
I wonder. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. We have. I think I got all those listed.
Do you have any little brothers?
I do have a little brother named Craig.
Did he torture you?
It was kind of mutual, I think. Yeah. Yeah. He's. I think he's 41 now.
Oofda.
So but he's still my little brother. So I guess that ages me. Matthew's
Yeah.
been cleaning the house. Yes.
Way to go, Matthew.
Nice. And going on adventures in the woods and collecting sap. That's what Kylie and Brandy have been doing. That sounds really fun.
Are you making some syrup for your pancakes?
Yeah.
Do
That.
you like pancakes or waffles?
Ooh, that's a really, really tough one. I'm gonna go with pancakes. Has the edge on waffles just by like that much.
Why?
And I prefer homemade maple syrup too. Why? I don't know. I don't like to
Interesting.
compartmentalize.
Okay.
Parents got that. All right, so let's see.
I just got it too.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. I am going to show you guys. So last week, some of you guys did go ahead and make the craft that I sent out. BT Dubs, I sent that out on Thursday to those of you who asked for it, and some of the crafts just got there yesterday. So I think the post office is a little swamped.
You have a very strong bias against the U.S. Postal Service. I think we need to talk about
This
this.
is the second time I brought it up. It's just, right now, it's St. Francis Post Office, bless their hearts, are really slow. So from now
It's
on,
faster than the Pony Express.
well, that's true. And from now
Seriously.
on, I decided I'm going to drive down to Anoka or have Maisie drive me down to Anoka, which happened today.
Maisie's taking pictures of us.
And, hi Maisie. And I'm going to mail my stuff from there, I decided, because it's just I think it's going to be a little bit faster. But anyway, we've got a couple votes one vote for waffles and one vote for Swedish pancakes.
Ooh.
And Maddie loves playing with the dogs, and both kids have been loving Adventures Plus at the school. I don't know what that is, but sounds good.
I
Abby
think it
loves
sounds
waffles.
fun.
Abby loves waffles.
That sounds really good right now. How about crepes?
Crepes. Ooh, my husband makes the best crepes. All
Your
right.
husband is the best.
He is the best. Okay. So anyway, some of you guys did the craft, and I just wanted to show if I can figure this
He's
out.
letting me live in his office.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I'm homeless.
I am going to show you guys some of the crafts that you have made this week. So
Well, it's
remember,
about
this was our Palm Sunday
You
craft.
introduced this a little while ago, and then you just kind of trailed
Well,
off.
I wonder why I keep losing my train of thought. Okay, Maisie,
Do
do you have your YouTube open? Because I'm wondering if this is working. So on the screen should be Brandy's. This is
Very
her
nice.
Palm Sunday scene with, I think those are Polly Pockets, and one troll.
Ooh. Yes, I remember trolls being there.
Yes, okay, and then
Yes.
Carl, this one, okay, good. This one's Kylie's. She's got,
Very nice, Kylie.
yeah, isn't that cool? She's got a little, I think it's mermaid and stuffed animals and some pets in there in the scene. I really like that. I see some coats laying down at Jesus' feet. Oh, here we have Matthews, and he used real greenery with
Are
some
those
army-
real plants, Matthew? Do
I think they are. And then we've got
you have to
some
mow that?
action figures.
Yes, I love action figures. They're
Yeah.
so active.
Okay, and here's Brinley's. Brinley has a castle in the background, which is so cool.
That's
and,
true, because there was like Herod had a palace, and that was there too.
Yep, it might not have been pink and purple, but it was
Actually,
little known fact.
yes, Herod had a thing for that.
Okay, and this one is so great. We have Jude and Audrey's, and I see Superman up
Yep.
there. I see some police cars and different vehicles and a lot of action figures. There are a lot of people
Yep, they all know he's the king.
in that scene. That looks like a ledge, maybe, in their, I wonder if that's their living room. Okay, next we have Bridget. I wonder if Bridget's watching. I bet she is.
I
She
hope
was
she
on
is.
last week too, but we didn't have her in the live chat. But oh, okay, yep, it was. Matthew wants you to know that's cedar. By the way.
Cedar. Ooh, I love the smell of cedar.
So here on Bridget's, we've got an elephant. Isn't that cute? And the little babushka nesting dolls.
Oh, they were all there.
They were all there. Is that a minion? I can't
Hello,
see.
Babushka.
Okay. Oh, yay! Jillian and Murphy are here.
Hey, Jillian and Murphy, how's
Hi,
it going?
guys. Okay, here we have Maddie started working. You know what? Maddie was swamped with homework today.
Poor baby.
absolutely swamped.
That's
And
gross.
but she did make the time to color the donkey today, and she did this picture coloring craft. So thank you so much,
Excellent.
everybody. Oh wait, I got one more.
Yeah, you do.
This is the Birkeland animals with the Birkeland kids. Here we can you guys? I wonder if you can see. Can you
Is
see
that
my?
a cat?
I believe we have a chicken and some little birds. Are those parakeets, you guys? I'm curious. And then I think we've got 2 rabbits. They're a little bit hard to see.
Their house is a virtual zoo.
Yes. You know, Carl, you
I
should
would feel
go
very
there.
welcome
Yeah,
there.
you would. You would be welcome there. All right, I think that might be all of them. Yep, there's the back to the beginning. So now I think I press main screen and transition. I did it. Okay.
Yes, very good.
Yes, I'm still figuring this out. Okay. So those were all of the craft projects that you guys did.
Very good, kids. I like them all.
I do too. Okay, now also I wanted to let you know that Living Hope Kids, if you are part of Living Hope, you got we sent an Easter activity pack in the mail. However, I just sent it yesterday, and since it took so long for the other ones to get there,
You gotta believe, Sonia. You gotta believe.
well, I just
We
don't
need
know.
more positive
Okay.
optimism in this era of our lives.
I am hopeful that they will get to your house by Easter.
Maybe you should pray about it.
However, if they don't make it, then you'll just have a little after Easter present that's going
They'll
to come
get
in the
there.
mail. And yay, okay, good job. Oh, those were lovebirds, rabbits, chicken, and a dragon. Oh, I missed the dragon. I'm going to have to go back and look
Oh
for
my
that.
goodness. Dragons?
Yes.
Dragons
So,
cheering
anyway.
on Jesus. Screw
Anyway.
Jesus. They had to be careful when they said Hosanna, because if they said it too gregoriously, then flames flew out of their mouth.
Yes. Oh
Those
my
dragons.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, and if any
Especially
other
the hot-headed ones.
if any other kids want to get an Easter activity pack in the mail, let me know. Give me your address, and not on the live chat though.
And
but,
if you send chocolate bunnies, make sure they're not hollow, because they will get destroyed
please
in
don't
the mail.
please don't send Carl chocolate or me chocolate, because I'm already eating too much
What
chocolate
are
right
you
now.
saying?
Yes. Okay.
You do not speak for me
Oh.
on everything.
So I want to tell you guys something here.
Wait, don't let her interrupt.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting,
Yes.
Carl.
You do not speak for me when it comes to chocolate.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't speak for Carl when it comes to chocolate.
I am Carl the chocolate-loving camel.
Okay. All right, you guys. Here is Living Hope's website, and on the homepage, there is some activities for kids that you might want to check out. If you don't have a subscription to Right Now Media, our church wants to give you that as a gift. So you definitely want to check that homepage
You know what my
out.
favorite show is on there?
What?
Allegories.
Allegories. That's
That
pretty
one's
great.
really good. And then the other day I watched one where there was this kid who was really smart, but he always kept getting into trouble, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was funny.
Okay. Hey,
He
Carl.
learned really good lessons.
Hey, Carl. Do you
One
remember
time
how
he
last?
put,
Remember
wait,
how
wait,
last?
wait, wait. One time he put, his dad got a new toilet, and so he decided to see how many golf balls would go flush down the toilet, because
Oh,
that's what
okay.
the advertisement said. It was not a good situation.
Hey, Carl. Remember last week I had you hold your breath for a while, and it was like kind of like a cool little contest. Can you hold your
I'm
breath
trying
again?
to forget.
Okay. Hold your breath again. Okay. So anyway, kids, if you want to go to Right Now Media, see, you threw me off. If you want to go to our website, we'll give you a free link to Right Now Media, and you'll have access to all of these kids shows. And there's also a family devotional on there that your parents might want to check out. So I'm going to take this off the screen now, but that is also a good place to contact us if you need anything, like say give me your address so I can send you an activity pack. Breathe. Okay. You all right? Okay.
Hold on a second.
Good.
I've got to catch my breath.
Okay.
It went that way.
All right. Good. Well, since you're kind of tired right now.
Go back. I'm fine. It ain't gotten too far.
All right. I think that's all of the housekeeping stuff I have. So,
Is it though?
Well, I probably not. But anyway, I am looking forward to Easter.
Yes, I love Easters.
Yep. And not just because of the candy and the food, although I do make a very good Easter dinner.
What do you make?
I usually do ham and mashed potatoes, and then I have this orange Jello salad that we make
With carrots? In
No
it?
carrots.
No
No
carrots in
carrots
the
in the
salad?
salad. No.
What makes it a salad?
That's a good question. It's
'Cause-
really more of a dessert. It's like Jello and whipped cream, but
That's my favorite kind of salad.
yep. And then I know you
I
love
would go to that salad bar anytime.
Yep, and homemade buns, and okay. Anyway, so it's not just about the food, though.
Buns are good.
Easter is about
I
celebrating
love
what,
buns.
what Jesus did. So we are going to take a little bit of time to tell the real Easter story, the most important story I could ever tell you guys. And I've been thinking about how to tell you guys this story. You know, last week.
And I'll see if you get it right because I was there.
Yes, Carl, you can let me know if I get it right. And this story
Quality
has
control.
a few ups and downs to it. And we started off on an up last week, right? Because Jesus came into Jerusalem on this donkey, and everybody was shouting and praising him, and so that was a really big up. And then now in our story we're going to kind of go down, but then we're going to come back up again at the end, and that's kind of how my week has been. I've had a lot of ups and downs lately.
Have you been on a roller coaster?
Yes, I have been on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster.
Pull up on my couch and tell me about it. Let's talk.
I'll get some
We're
therapy
friends.
from Carl later. But here's what I want you guys to
Carl
do.
cares.
Carl does care.
Just remember that. Carl cares.
Okay.
Carl
So-
cares, kids.
Kids, when I am telling the story, here's a little
Mhm.
extra fun thing that you can do. This is the sign for Jesus in sign language. Many of you guys know that, but you just take your finger and put it on one hand and then on the other. So if you want a little extra thing to keep your hands going while I'm telling the story, you can make the sign for Jesus.
I can't reach my other hand.
Here, let's see. Carl, you try it? Jesus.
Thanks. That was nice.
Yep.
Sometimes
Okay.
my arm falls asleep and it just hangs there.
Yeah, I know.
And then I forget it's mine.
Yeah.
And when I look at it, it's like, whoa! What's that?
All right. I know. Jillian is noticing that sometimes you have a hard time with listening.
Well, I'm
But-
always listening. It's just sometimes I'm talking
He
while
talks
I'm
at the
listening.
same time. Yeah. Yep, Jillian, I know. He can be a little bit of a handful. Okay, so as I'm talking, if I say the word Jesus, just make the sign with your hands. And, you know, I'm not going to go through all of the details of the story because it's a long story. So if you're an older kid who can read, I want to tell you that this story is found in the Bible in Matthew 26 through 28. So if you want to go later and look at all of the little details and maybe find some of the things that I missed, you can read Matthew 26 through 28 on your own. Or if you're younger and you want to have your parents read it to you, that works too.
Have I ever told you what a snappy dresser Matthew was? In fact, we dress
Matthew
pretty
the
similarly.
disciple?
Matthew, well, yes, of course.
Well, okay, there's the Matthew who's
Well,
in
you're
my
snappy
class
too.
too.
Sorry, Matthew.
Yeah,
But Matthew's a
dresses
disciple.
snappy.
See, he used to be a tax collector,
Mhm.
and they were so fine with their clothing, and he just kept up with that. He knew the latest fashions and styles, and I have patterned my clothing a little bit after him.
Okay, thank you for that
Yes.
historical detail.
Yes,
All right, Carl,
he gave me my sunglasses.
Okay, very nice. Carl, I'm about to tell the story. Are you ready? You
Of
know,
course.
okay, well, when I'm telling this story at Children's Church, the children are super quiet and they listen really well. So do you
Not
think you
as
could
quiet as I'm going to be.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, guys, remember Jesus, okay? So, I almost forgot. I've got pictures. This is going to be
I
fun.
like pictures.
Where
Oops, I
are
said
they?
something.
Oh, Jesus. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to go like this. Okay, so this was last week. Remember, Jesus is coming in on the donkey. In this picture, actually, he you can't see all the people around him. But
That's
there
pretty
was,
colorful.
isn't that beautiful? I
Yeah.
actually really love these
Did you
pictures.
make that drawing?
I definitely did not make this drawing.
I bet you could.
I could, maybe. If
Paint
I
by
colored
numbers.
it, if I colored it in. Okay, so Jesus, like I said last week, we were on this big up. Jesus comes in to Jerusalem and he is riding this donkey. And now I'm going to transition back to us.
Oops, sorry, I
There we are. Okay. So anyway, let's see here. I'm still learning how to use this. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
love technology.
So now in this picture, you can see Jesus and his friends are having a special meal together. This is called, a lot of people call this the Last Supper. Okay? And this was a really important meal. Jesus actually got down on his knees and he washed his disciples' feet, and he told them all about loving people well, and he had a lot of really important things to say to him. And Carl has a question or a statement. Yes, Carl?
I was wondering, in that picture, I don't know if you can see me, but I am parked out back.
I did not see you in the picture. Let me see. No, I don't think you're in there, Carl. Maybe you're behind the building. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Not pictured Carl. Okay. So I'll
That could be true of a lot of these pictures that I'm guessing.
Yes.
Just please add that for posterity. Not pictured Carl.
Not pictured Carl.
So
Okay.
he was there.
Okay. So later that night, it became dark, and Jesus knew what he needed to do. He knew that he needed to be obedient, and he began to be very sad. They went to this garden, and the garden was called Gethsemane.
I have another question.
Yes, Carl?
Why was he sad? Was he sad because he didn't want to be obedient?
No, he was sad because he knew that there was going to be something very hard ahead. And he began to pray, and he prayed, Father, if it is possible, let me save your people another way. But if this is your plan, I will do it. And he said, not what I want, Father, but what you want to be done will be done. And while he was praying, you can't really see it very well over here, but do you see his friends in the corner? They are actually falling asleep. And this happened 3 times. And in the meantime, they were coming to arrest him. So you can see the crowd of people. All right, back to us. There we are. And I wanted to tell you kids that actually 3 years ago, I got to go to Israel. And I got to go, I know, isn't that cool, Carl? I got to go to the place where that garden was. And I got to sit in and among the olive trees and look down on the city of Jerusalem. And one of the things that I really realized is that while Jesus was praying in that garden, he would have been able to see, coming up the valley from the city, he would have been able to see the crowd coming to arrest him with their torches and coming toward him. And that was a really powerful thing for me to see. So I also have been to Israel, Carl. So yes, let's see here what the next thing happened. Okay, so then they came and they did arrest him. And they took him to the high priest. Now, actually, this is Pilate in the picture, but he went first to the high priest, and they had a trial for him. And then the next morning,
Why did they call him the high priest?
Why did they call him the high priest?
Yeah.
He was the priest.
Because he was taller than everybody?
No, it was not. He
Did
was
he
the
go on a
priest
ladder?
that was in charge of all of the religious leaders. And God had actually set up the high priest to be a mediator for the people. But unfortunately, this high priest didn't know who Jesus was and didn't believe who Jesus was.
That makes a lot of sense.
So anyway, in the morning, here's our next picture. We've got Jesus here, and we've got a man named Pilate. And Pilate went before the people, and he said, well, first he asked Jesus a question. He said, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus answered, "Yes, I am." Pilate didn't think that Jesus had done anything wrong, but he called out to the crowd and said, "What should I do with Jesus?" And the crowd yelled, "Crucify him," which means that they wanted him to be killed on a cross. It was very, very sad. So Pilate's soldiers made a crown of thorns and they put it on Jesus' head. I'm going to go back to us here. And then they put a purple robe on him and they pretended to worship him and they led Jesus away. And in our next slide here, we can see the crosses. How many crosses are there, Carl?
1, 2, 3.
Yep, there are 3 crosses. And Jesus was hung on a cross with those nails in his hand, and he was hung next to 2 criminals that were also condemned to die. And I'm going to go back here. So kids, one of the things that I always wondered when I was a little girl is, why did Jesus have to die? I don't understand why Jesus had to die. And I remember being very, very little and always believing that Jesus was real and believing that Jesus loved me. But one of the things I also knew about myself, even when I was very young, is that no matter how hard I tried, I just could not be good. I would try so hard to be good and listen and obey and do the right things, and I just could not do it. And I'm still that way, Carl. I try so hard to be good, and I try so hard to always do the right thing and never sin, and I still end up doing things I don't want to do and that God doesn't want me to do sometimes. So because God is so perfect and so holy and he wants to be close to us, and our sin would separate us, and the fact that we can't be good, we try so hard but we can't be good, is why Jesus had to die. Because the Bible tells us God so loved us, and he so loved the whole world, that he wanted to find a way to be with us. He wanted our sins to be totally forgiven. He knew we could never be good, and he knew that Jesus could die in our place. So, even as a young girl, when I was about 10 years old, I had always loved Jesus and always believed that he was real. But I decided to put my trust in Jesus and to ask him to forgive me for my sins. And to believe that that's why he came. That's why he died on the cross, is so that my sins could be forgiven. So I hope that helps answer a little bit why Jesus had to die on the cross. Well, when that happened, when Jesus finally died, the darkness covered the whole land. And it was almost like God was saying, something terrible has just happened. This story is getting really hard and really sad, isn't it, Carl?
Yep, I think it is the bottom part of the roller
We're
coaster.
at the bottom part, yep.
Yep.
So when Jesus said, "It is finished," he actually cried that out. Then what happened was, what he was saying is, everything I've come here to do is done. I have done what I am supposed to do. I have died for the sins of the world, and for the sins of Sonia and the sins of Carl and the sins of all of us. That is why he came, and that's why his love is why he did that for us. So that would be a really beautiful story if that were the whole story, because Jesus loved us to the very end of his life. But the story isn't just beautiful, it's also super exciting and happy, right, Carl?
Yes, it is. And I
Okay.
can't wait for you to tell us.
Yes.
This is the best part.
Okay, so after Jesus died, they decided to let the disciples take him down and bury him in a tomb. Well, they had heard that Jesus had made some claims that he was going to be raised again from the dead. So they were going to try to figure out a way that no one could dispute that he was staying in that tomb. So they actually put a seal around behind the stone, the big stone. A seal, yeah. I kind of, I'm not really sure what it was made of. It could have been made of clay or...
Oh, so it wasn't the animal.
It wasn't the animals?
It wasn't
No,
the-
it wasn't a seal. Not that kind
That
of
would be
seal, Carl.
weird.
Oh my goodness, that would be so strange. Okay. Anyway,
Or.
so they put a seal of clay to keep it closed, and they put this massive stone in front of the tomb. It was a brand new tomb that had never been used, and they put Pilate's soldiers in front of it to guard it, so that no one could get in to steal the body and no one could get out. And they were guarding it, and they were standing there. Well, early in the morning, some say it was still maybe even dark or barely had any light. Two of Jesus' friends, both of them were named Mary. There were a lot of Marys in the Bible.
It's easier to keep track of them.
Yeah. Mary and Mary went to the tomb. And let's see if I have a picture
If I am
of this.
talking to a lady in Jerusalem, I'm like, hi, Mary. And usually I'm right.
Okay. So they were obviously very sad. And you can see in the picture, well, actually there's three ladies in the picture there. And she's got something in her hand, and I believe what they were going to do is they were going to take some spices and prepare Jesus' body for burial.
Yep.
Okay? Oh, yep, that's right. You know what's going on. Okay.
Otherwise
So suddenly there was a big earthquake as an angel came down from heaven and rolled the stone away and sat on it. And the Bible tells us that the guards fainted. I think it says something...
Just like that. It was
okay,
hilarious.
well, actually, you were not in the picture. Hold on. Do that again so that the kids can see. Okay, so the Bible says they were as dead men, I think. They just fainted. And
Stone cold.
Stone cold, yep. So, but the angel said to the women, because I'm sure they were really scared, the angel said, "Do not be afraid. He is not here. He is risen from the dead. He is not in the tomb anymore.
Actually,
He's not dead. He is alive."
And they're like, didn't see that one coming.
They probably did in a way. They were wondering.
Yep, and then like, hi, lie, little lie, hip, hee, oh, this is awesome.
Yep, they were so happy. They left the tomb to tell Jesus' friends the good news. But as they were leaving, Jesus greeted them, and they got to actually see him face to face.
Yeah, he's like, what's up, guys?
And
don't touch me. I'm not ready to be touched yet.
See, yeah, he didn't want them to
Yes.
touch right away.
They thought he was a gardener. Isn't that hilarious?
It could have been a little dark. Okay, and here we have Jesus appearing to his friends. He eventually appeared to all kinds of people, and he kept having to tell them, "Do not be afraid."
Well, that's because he was walking through walls and stuff like that.
Yes.
And it was so awesome because he was like, surprise. And they're like, where'd you come from? And he's like, I just came through that wall over there because I could do that now. And it was so hilarious. And he just, if I could do that, oh my goodness, the trouble I would get myself into.
Yes, you would. I'm really glad that you can't walk through walls, Carl. Anyway.
Surprise! I'm alive. I was dead, but I'm alive.
So Jesus is alive. And that's what actually we're celebrating on Easter. So Good Friday is the day that we kind of celebrate when Jesus died on the cross. And on Easter is when we celebrate when he was raised from the dead and that he became alive again. And because he's alive, we know that he is going to be with us forever, that he didn't just stay in the tomb, but that he's with us now, and he's going to be with us forever in heaven.
I have something special for you from that. So, they were so excited that one time they were getting together and they were singing songs because they were so happy, and they're like, and we can build this thing together, standing strong forever, nothing's going to stop now.
Great. Anyway,
unstoppable.
Yes, unstoppable. And, I know that since Jesus is alive, that someday when I die, my body is going to come alive again too, and I'm going to live forever.
And he would like to sing that song with you too.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so anyway, that is what we celebrate on Easter, and I've got a couple more things to say here. We have Sage watching.
Hi, Sage.
And we also have the Peterson kids.
Hello, Peterson kids. What are their names?
Their names are Davis.
Hello,
Jace,
Davis. Hello, Jace.
Calla.
Hello, Calla.
And Brennan.
Hello, Brennan.
Yes. So, hi, guys.
Do you know them?
I do know them quite well.
Who are they?
They are my nieces and nephews. Well,
Oh,
niece
really?
and nephews, yes.
Is that your little brother's kids?
Yep, my little brother's kids.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Let's go back to that one, okay?
Let's go back to that one. Okay,
Yeah.
so we call Easter.
She said your dad kind of harassed her.
You set me up for that. You asked the question. I said it was mutual. Anyway, guys,
He probably had a good time with it.
Easter holiday. Another word for holiday is holy day.
I did not see that coming.
And so I want you guys to think about Jesus on Easter. And what we're going to do for next week is if anybody, I'm not going to send out crafts for you to take pictures of, but if anybody here happens to do some Easter themed artwork, it can be, I know some of you have been working on chalk stuff or something that
How about
reminds
some
us.
pretty eggs?
Yep, maybe reminds us somehow though of Jesus and that part of Easter. Why don't you send those to me, and let's see if I can throw up that's the
Can we
wrong
talk about something?
email address.
I
Yes.
mentioned the eggs and Easter and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they're really good, but I heard something about somebody named Maisie, and she said that she loves deviled eggs on Easter.
Yes. Yes.
Is that even okay?
Yes. Deviled eggs are not evil. I don't know why they're called deviled eggs, but
That's
they're
a
just
weird name. We call them
angel
Angeled
eggs.
eggs?
We could call them angel eggs, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah, because
or
they're so good.
cherubic eggs.
So good. All right. So anyway,
Or-
Carl,
Yes.
if you guys do Easter artwork, you can see the address to send it to on the screen. That's the Living Hope email address. Or if some of you parents have my phone number, just text it to me. That works too. But we would love to post your Easter artwork on next Wednesday when
That
we
would
get
be so
together.
fun.
Yep, I'd love to see what you guys are up to and how you're celebrating Easter. So that is pretty much what we have.
I'm working on something called a creche.
A crash.
I think that's how they call it.
I think that's how they. I think
Crochet, crochet, crochet.
So,
it's
yeah.
very delicate. It's kind of like doilies.
Yes. And
You're
let's
ready to
have a
doily?
little bit more chat interaction. Does anybody have any specific plans on Easter this weekend that you know of? Maybe there's some surprises ahead of you, but just go ahead and type that into the chat if you have Easter plans.
Or if you're working on homework and you need some help, just type it in there. I am a very smart camel.
Oh my goodness. Carl, are you coming to our house for Easter or what? I guess you.
It depends on what the governor says.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. So anyway, let us know your Easter plans. But I think we're about to wrap it up.
Already?
Yeah, I know. We told it. It's 7:15 already.
How do you know
so
that?
This time I put a clock over here because remember last week I was just like, what time is it? I have no idea. So, and we ended up
What kind of
going
clock
for a
is
really
it?
long time. Digital?
I heard that you sometimes have a hard time telling the time still as an adult with an old-fashioned clock.
Yes, I had a really hard time learning how to tell time.
Perhaps there are some children out there who could teach you.
Yes. So here's what happened. When I was in 3rd grade, they had not taught us how to tell time yet on the clock. And I moved. And so from 3rd grade, we moved all the way across the state of Minnesota. And in 4th grade, I went to a new school. And they had already taught all the kids how to tell time. And so I did not learn how to tell time, which was fine because we had digital clocks. But eventually I did learn to tell time. I won't tell you when. It was
Please tell me when.
it was a long time. So that's
How long?
okay. I've got some responses here, and guys, if you have any
You're changing the
questions,
subject.
if you have any questions for Carl,
That kind of felt
we've
good.
got one question. It says, Owen wants to know if you like ice cream or just chocolate.
Do I? I love ice cream.
Sweet
All
tooth.
kinds of ice cream.
Yeah, he does.
Ice cream is so good, but then it gets stuck in my little kind of beard here thing in my trigger. But I still like it, and then I could eat it later.
Ugh. Any other questions for Carl? We've got some kids that are looking forward to candy. Some are going to do an Easter egg hunt. The Berkland kids are going to do a Zoom chat with their grandparents.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it does sound
What's
fun.
Zoom?
Zoom is like a video chat. So,
Video chat?
Yep. So that would be really fun. Isaac is laughing so hard I can hardly hear. Oh, Isaac.
Way to go, Isaac!
Isaac thinks
Isaac,
you're funny.
you're the bomb.
Yep. So anybody else
Isaac,
have any
we should
last
hang out
questions for
sometime because
Carl?
I like hanging out with people who think I'm funny. After a while, you can see that
Mm-hmm.
Sonia doesn't exactly think so. So
I
she
do
starts
think you're
trying
funny.
to touch my chin. That's not social distancing. Seriously.
Yes. Okay.
You're setting a terrible example for the
Oh,
children.
I forgot to take this email address off here.
That's
Let's
okay,
take
they
that
still
off.
needed it.
Okay. Yep, so that was where
Once
you
again,
can send
operators
artwork.
are standing by.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. If anybody has any last questions for Carl, otherwise I am going to pray for these kids this week. Oh, Judas. Oh, wow, a lot of them are coming in. See, we've got
Yes.
this delay problem.
15
Jude-
seconds, they tell me.
Okay, Jude is wondering where Carl learned to talk. Where did you learn how to talk, Carl? Who taught you?
Well, a long time ago,
Oh, good.
I was raised by humans, see, and
Really?
they all talked. And if you listen closely enough, camels are talking all the time. You just have to take the time to listen. So it's actually fake news that camels can't talk.
Okay.
I just always talk.
Okay.
I love to talk.
Naomi is wondering if you will play with her.
That would be awesome. Maybe after this whole social distancing thing is done, then we could do it. But until then, yes. But I would love to. Yes. Playdates are awesome. I need a playdate. I'm getting so bored.
Carl, I'm wondering when this is all over with and we go back to church, for Children's Church, will you come visit us at Children's Church sometime?
There is a very distinct possibility that could happen.
We might have to figure that out. Okay, let's see. Carl, do you like Oreo ice cream?
That's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And chocolate chip cookie dough, and brownies, and magic shell, where it gets really hard on top and then it cracks and that's so yummy. And hot fudge, and peanuts, and caramel, and all kinds of good little things. Have you ever had gummy bears on your ice cream?
I think I have, but they get kind of hard and then they're not my favorite on there.
Well,
I like
gummy
sour
worms are
things, though.
better.
Okay.
They stay
Let's
softer.
see. Owen and Paige say thank you for the Easter story.
You're
to
welcome.
me, actually, that was to me.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Oh my
somebody's getting a
goodness!
little higher.
Good news. Remember last week how Brooks was given a hard? Wasn't sure if he wanted to go fishing with you.
Yes.
He does want to go fishing.
Excellent.
He does want to take you fishing.
I will need to know what kind of lures I will need to get. So
Oh.
please let me know.
Okay. And Anders thinks you're funny.
Thank you, Anders.
Yes.
You're kind of silly yourself.
Okay. Oh, Isaac said he loves his teacher. Isaac, I miss you. I assume he's talking about me. He probably loves both of us, but
Who's
Isaac,
his other teacher?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe you, but Isaac,
not a
I
teacher.
miss you,
I'm a
and
friend.
I love and miss all of the kids so much. So, somebody says hi to Lon, but Lon's not here actually. So,
Who is he?
I'll let him know that you say hi. He's my husband,
Oh
remember?
yeah, that's right. I'm living in his office.
Oh, Andy said that. You're living in his office. Do you ever surprise him?
Sometimes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We talk.
All right. Yep.
Lon is very smart
Okay, kids.
and handsome. I'd say, Lon, I got a question. I've been thinking about this as I've been laying here, looking at the ceiling tiles, and then we just talk for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, that's what
No.
Lon does at work.
Yes, that's why he says, if we don't stop doing this, then when I get home, I'm going to be out of words, and Sonia is going to be a little disappointed.
Right?
Because she's never out of words.
Right, that's true. Okay. Maddie's wondering if you like unicorns.
Yes, I once had a friend who was a unicorn.
Are you sure? I thought they were mythical.
You don't believe?
Oh, okay, sorry. All right. Let's
Maddie,
see
we
here.
need to talk to her.
Okay. We are going to probably wrap it up now, and I'm going to say a little prayer for all of my friends. So if you guys want to pray with me real quick. Dear God, thank you so much for sending Jesus to die for our sins, and we just know that you wanted to be with us forever, and we want to be with you forever too, God. Thank you for your amazing miracle of raising from the dead and being alive, and we just trust you. Help us not to be afraid every day, to have so much courage and to be so patient and loving. And I just pray that this would be a really special Easter. And God, could you also just help us to trust you more every day, and to maybe trust you maybe for the first time this Easter. Thank you for all of these kids and how amazing you created them to be, Jesus. Amen.
And please, Lord, don't let any of the kids eat too many peeps, and may all our bunnies be solid. Amen.
Amen. All right, kids, we'll see you later. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye, kids. See you later. Have fun storming the castle and stuff like that.
Okay. Let's see. Press stop streaming.